Schönen guten Tag.
Good afternoon. My name is Tim Stender. I'm the sales engineer responsible at Venjakob for our new entry-level model in automatic spray painting, the Ven Spray 1. We are here in our in-house technical center. Here we can carry out trials on our systems with your parts and your paint materials to find out whether we can achieve what you are hoping for. In the following, I would like to present the key technical data and a few features of the system. And for this, we will now go to the machine.
Und dazu gehen wir jetzt mal rüber an die Anlage.
In the case of the Ven Spray 1, we have quite deliberately used existing assemblies in some places. This has the advantage that we can rely on proven technology and, in addition, can offer very attractive prices. The machine is designed as a plug-and-play solution. For this reason, we have fully integrated the control cabinet on the rear of the machine so that the machine process can be started after connection of the media, power, exhaust air, compressed air and, after a short installation, the paint supply. The basic components of the system are a transport system, a supply air sealing with optional ventilation, an extraction system with 3-stage filtering, and the paint supply unit. The transport is a belt conveyor over which a paper band is stretched. The paper belt takes up the paint overspray, which can be disposed of in this way. The supply air sealing is a filter cassette above the work surface. The optional ventilators can deliver up to 7,000 cubic meters per hour continuously into the system, which is then 100% exhausted through 3-stage filters to above roof level via the extraction system. The tried and trusted linear drive is coupled with a quick change spray gun bracket on which up to 4 spray guns can be mounted. On the inlet side of the machine, there is a sensor bar which registers both the position and the size of the part so that the system does not always coat the complete working width of 1,300 millimeters, but only the part where the workpiece is located, of course, with the appropriate overspray values so that the edges can also be coated. The paint supply is optional and can also be provided by your in-house supplier if required. If you purchase the paint supply from us, you will receive a pump with a small quantity container, the Venjakob flushing valve and the gun mounting bracket with 4 spray guns. Here in front, we have 2 air regulators for the material pressure and the gun atomizing pressure. Then a small switch for the light in the spray booth and a button for manual operation of the gun. And then our central control unit for the system, a 15-inch touch display, which can be used to set and monitor all relevant process parameters. And of course, the obligatory emergency stop. For the paint supply, we have the proven Venjakob flush valve. Here the paint can be flushed with just a few lever settings and thus the color change can be initiated. Let us now come to the in-feed of the machine, where I will show you further details of the system. Here at the in-feed of the machine, I will show you how we get access to the paper roll and also to the in-feed of the roller conveyor. For this, we can fold up these spring-mounted rollers, including the part recognition, and thus have a very nice access to the area below. So we can unthread the paper and then move the carriage out of the machine. Of course, the paint supply system must not be located here where it is now. We only placed it here for the video shoot. The paint supply can be positioned freely around the in-feed or the operating side of the machine in a radius of approximately 8 meters. When you have moved the carriage of this paper out of here, you can easily change it and insert the new paper roll. Similar applies to the exhaust ventilator as to the paint supply. This ventilator does not have to be located where it is here, but can be positioned relatively freely opposite to the operating side of the machine. This means that we can adapt the media supply to your local conditions. As you can see, the Ven Spray 1 is reliable, easy to operate technology, made in Germany. With the various optional equipment variants, we are able to meet your individual requirements. So, if you're a company on the threshold of automated painting and want to save both personnel costs and time, and on top of that, want to deliver reproducible results, Venjakob's Ven Spray 1 is your product.
Ihr Produkt.